pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point. And for Memphis, at the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Hey, Brent, tonight we got a terrific matchup in the backcourt. Let's rewind here a little bit, go back to when you played. Who were some of the guards you really enjoyed playing against?
What if I start with the list of the guys, Kevin, I didn't enjoy playing against? If I named Allen Iverson, Mitch Richmond, oh, and of course, Michael Jordan. Not the funnest nights at work, if you get my drift, but I did love playing one John Barry.
Leonard against Brooks. Covington setting the pick for Leonard. And the three off target.
Oh, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Launches it. Another miss by Leonard. And just about a minute into the first quarter. To the left side wing. Adams down low. Covington's there. Adams' shot is good.
Well, Adams back in the paint. That's where he lives.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Morant. He shoots again, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, Steven Adams still working on becoming a better and more consistent free throw shooter, so another opportunity upcoming.
And he sinks the second. And here is Los Angeles now. It's a 5-point game. Here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. Gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Morant scanning the floor. Knocks down the three ball. Morant's got 5 points so far.
Continuing to gain trust in that three-point shot. Each trade that Ja makes builds his confidence.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive role. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Tillman, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Sweet move. And it's Morant missing. Clippers trail by 6. Pass to Covington. Leonard with the ball.
2 minutes remaining in this fight. 2 minutes.
Covington down low. Can't connect from short range. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Brooks misses. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Here's George down low. Zubac finds Leonard. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
.135 left in the first quarter. The three from Morant. Cans it from downtown. Morant's got 8 points.
A confident shooter. When Morant sees an opportunity to pull up, he does not pass it up.
And he gets it back. Covington wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Morant dishes to Brooks. Jackson a screen on Westbrook. Outside Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Zubac. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Great dribble move there. Kawhi using refined ball handling skills to get wherever he needs to on the floor.
Leonard against Morant. Inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
He got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Morant with it. George picks him up. And it's Morant missing.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And a miss there on the triple. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. John Morant has been leading the charge.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies defense.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Plumlee out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the 1. Morant against Westbrook. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Leonard, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Quick rise and quick fire from the mid-range. This is automatic stuff from Kawhi Leonard.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Offline with his 3.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And that one's good. Leonard. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
Covington a screen on Jones. George passes to Covington. And the rejection by Jackson. Out to the wing. Here's Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Here's Morant. There he goes.
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
Memphis leading by 3. Brook with it. Leonard picks him up. Clark inside. Working on Plumlee. And that one's good by Clark.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Leonard. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Memphis.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Well, one thing standing out right now is just how fearless everybody is in getting to the inside. They're taking advantage of any lane or angle they get to get after them.
Here's Morant. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. It's George on the wing. 6 points for him. And it's in there.
Westbrook quick to find the open man that time.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Clippers trail by 4. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And the pass to Aldama. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Conchar can't get it to go. The Clippers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Passes it to Powell. Powell with a screen on Jones. Highland. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Jones, no luck. The Clippers shooting 43% from the field. Here's Highland. Gets a very good look and converts. Highland's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside, Jones. 29 seconds left in the first half. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Power down with both hands.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen.
All right, David, thank you.
The Grizzlies, 26. The Clippers, 28.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Now you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Brooks misses.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Here's Leonard. Pass to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Here they come, fans. Your Grizzlies Warriors, make some noise.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. And then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats Zubac.
This kid throws down some mean dunks. Jackson showcasing his athleticism on that one.
Outside, George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
A PG exchange for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to LA, the Thunder got SGA and a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
It counts, and the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, the big body and soft hands and positioning right there helped Adams to grab that board.
The Grizzlies shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Here's Jackson. Adams in the high post. Morant outside for the tie, and Covington sends it back.
The rejection. Covington, good job defensively.
There's Jackson with the 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Tipped away. Covington with the steal. Fires the 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Covington's got 5 now.
Don't see that much. Covington off the bounce and still able to score.
Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Morant passes to Jackson. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one. George looking over the floor. Westbrook kicks to Leonard. Over Brooks. Leonard, no luck. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And he gets off the fast break with a monster slam.
And you have to like how active Brooks is on the floor, working hard to be where his team needs him on that break. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
The 3 from Morant. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Takes it out to Covington. Drills it from outside. Covington's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Clippers. Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
And the Clippers call time here. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The Clippers in the lead. Gordon with a screen on Morant. Outside Gordon. Fires from deep. And the three ball is good. Gordon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Ooh, that three-pointer right there hurts. The former Indiana Hoosier really can vary those threes in bunches.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat-out effort was not there.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. Clark is checked in for the Grizzlies. And so he makes both from the line. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Morant outside. No good from outside. Clippers leading by 4. Morant with the steal. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Here's Highland. 7 points in the game. Gordon with a screen on Morant. Here's Powell. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And
the previous play is under review.
officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And honestly, guys, in real time, I couldn't really see whether he got it off in time. But with the benefit of replay, it seems pretty clear that
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while and at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Los Angeles on top. They lead by a bucket. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Marcus Morris is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Highland in at the point guard.
Well, Norman Powell settling in and understanding more and more of who he is at the professional level. He's a scorer. He can shoot the three at a high clip.
Jackson down low, defended by Covington. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Jackson. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, Paul George can play in the supportive role, and then he could do things like that where he just decides to take over.
Clark outside. Jackson passes to Clark. The tray. Traps in the tray.
And if Clark ever hits that shot with consistency, watch out. That's a game changer.
Zubac with the screen for George. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Jackson.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
The Grizzlies making a change here. Adams checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Norman Powell. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said they've played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second-chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. You have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Morant against Leonard. Outside, Dane. There's the pass to Adams. Lock at 6. No one near him. And that one, good. Adams has got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
Well, that's an expansion of Steven Adams' game.
And George, here we go. And it's good for 2. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Brooks, the pass to Adams. Over Westbrook. And he can't bank that one in. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. The fader. And he recovers it.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Leonard. And that one is off. And Memphis the other way now. Outside, Bain. Outside, Jackson. Shoots the 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 1. There's 1:40 left to play in the final quarter. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And finished off by Morant.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Takes it out to Covington. Pass to Zubats. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Zubats has got his first 2 points.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Morant. Pops in the layup for 2. Morant's got 22.
And going back to college, Morant's made a habit of rising to the occasion.
Here's George. Yes!
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
Now I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Morant outside. This one's for 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
George with the screen on Brooks. Westbrook. That one doesn't go. And Memphis the other way now. Morant passes to Adams. Back to Morant. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're down by 1. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And they got a foul to give here if they need it.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win and really...
I smack clowns with mad style.
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the 1. Now here's Conley. Pass to Gobert. The kick out to Conley. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Outside Morant. Launches a 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. It's Edwards on the wing, guarded by Bane. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Conley. Pass to Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat. Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest, and consider in the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Morant against McDaniels. And he gets it to go. And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, BA, because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. It's on Desmond Bane. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. McDaniels against Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
So explosive coming off the screen. Morant is sudden and deadly.
The quick look, no good that time.
And the defense gets bailed out by the Myst. He usually converts that.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Conley. Towns passes to Gobert. Oh, it's stolen by Adams.
And sometimes you just overpass. I mean, that would have been a good time to just go up with it. He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. And Morant over to help. Outside McDaniels. This one for 3. Here's Edwards.
Blocking foul call. Stephen for his personal foul. 13 foul.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Picked by Gobert. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Adams.
I just don't love the passing angle there. Might have been better to reset.
Morant finds Adams. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Adams. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. He buries it from 3.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, BA, when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year. Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Brooks with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Brooks outside. Back to Morant. The Baseline J. No good. A bit long that time.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
McDaniels inside. Brooks defending. Gobert passes to Edwards. With the drive. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Edwards got 9 points.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
And here's Morant. Give him 8. Three-pointer. Morant missing again. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead of the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off. Jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
They've got Xavier Tillman, Luke Kennard out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's John Conchar, and it's Aldama in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Jones. Pass to Aldama. Stolen by Conley. And here's Edwards outside. Here's Gobert. Now Towns. Back to Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Launches it. Conley on the attack. Goes back up. And it's finished off by Gobert as he lays it in. Gobert's got his first bucket in this one.
That's a case where Rudy Gobert is outworking the defense, keeping the play alive, and finishing strong. One thing that's defined Mike Conley's career in the NBA is his mastery and understanding of the point guard position. Don't sleep on his athleticism now either, though. Vertical at the combine was 40.5 inches. Folks, not a lot of people achieve that number.
Jones and Gobert with a block.
Rudy Gobert, a consistent force on the defensive end, does a nice job sending that one back.
Conley against Jones. And Gobert with the stuff.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Tillman. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Aldama. Fires from deep. And he can't get that one. Pass to Conley. Gobert with it. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here. And if you know about Conley's family, you know where he gets his athletic ability.
Well, we know Mike Sr. is a gold medalist in the triple jump. He's in the track and field Hall of Fame. No wonder Mike Jr. can jump out of the gym.
A line change here for Memphis.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Brooks against Edwards. Right side McDaniels. The kick out to Edwards. Takes a three. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Now here's Jackson. To the middle. Here's Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Steven Adams will leave no doubt when he's near the cup.
Here's Edwards, driving to the basket. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Conley.
Just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play. Well, what stood out the most at Edwards' second season, Doris, his commitment on the defensive end.
Exactly right, B.A., because he asked the coaching staff almost on a nightly basis to guard the opposition's best player. And though they didn't always give him that assignment, you have to admire his pursuit. This guy wants to become one of the top two-way players in the league.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And another miss by Memphis. The Timberwolves have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Pass to Prince, takes the three, gets the three to fall. Prince has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brooks with it. Prince is there. Brooks, the pass to Bain. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Outside for Brooks. Here's the three. Sinks it from distance. Brooks has got 6.
Steven Adams could care less about scoring. In fact, you get the sense he takes more pleasure from passing than scoring.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
The shot's good.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Anderson against Jackson. Pass to Prince. Tipped. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Morant with the slam!
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. And a pretty...
With the score, the Grizzlies 27, the Timberwolves 29. And for the double Octopi.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Taurean Prince is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Naz Reid, then it's Jalen Noel, and it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Anderson, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Here's Aldama. Minnesota has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Kicks it out to Anderson. And you listen to the great defenders. They talk about disrupting the rhythm of a score. Doris, how do they accomplish that?
I think it can occur, Brian, in any number of ways. The first thought you have, obviously, is being physical, obviously within the rules. You can try to deny touches. You can try to deny spots on the floor that players are trying to get to. It can also be psychological. Try to get under the skin of the offensive player you're contending with.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Conchar, he's checked in for Brooks. And it's Jones in for Morant. Jones misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Memphis trailing here. Clark with the screen. On the wing, Conchar. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Clark. With 1 on the clock. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Prince can't hit. For Memphis, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Bain lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 2-point Minnesota lead.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Timeout called the Timberwolves. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Conley goes in. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Conley's got his first basket.
This guy has got such a smooth handle that the pull-up game is always in play.
Now here's Jones. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Clark. Clock at 6. And here's Bain. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Jones against Conley. Picked by Gobert. Conley passes to Gobert. Good work there as it goes. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
It's incredible to think how far Rudy Gobert has come since entering the league and his ability to finish at the cup. That is just nicely done.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. A big group substitution here for Memphis. Steven Adams checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Aldama. Dylan Brooks checked in for Conchar. And it's Morant in for Jones. Now here's Morant. 16 points for him. There's a minute 26 left in the third quarter. Conley passes to Gobert. Outside Edwards. The three is up. To the wing on the left. Here's Towns. Count it. Towns has gotten his second bucket of the game.
If Karl Anthony Towns carves space and is in the painted area, it's going to go in the basket. He's that good.
Brooks outside. Jackson with a screen on Edwards. Here's Brooks. Here's Jackson. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Towns. Pass to Edwards. To the wing, right side. From deep, Conley. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Jackson for 3. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Outside for Morant. Shot to end the cold streak. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Takes a step back. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window and exploits it.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Memphis shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Up top, Jackson. McDaniels covering. From deep, Bain hits the trifecta.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Minnesota in the lead. Here's Conley. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Boy, don't let the small frame fool you. Mike Conley so tough on the interior. You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And here's Morant outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Let's go with a 3. Kept alive. Gobert passes to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. The 3. That one no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Outside Morant. Got a piece of it. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th. Stolen by Bane. Jackson outside. Pass to Brooks. Fires the 3. And again, Memphis no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 0 for 3 in this 4th. Not good. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies. Here's Morant. Last quarter of play.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that higher difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Edwards. And the Timberwolves lead by 7. 4th quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Morant against McDaniels. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And Morant is a natural leader. Someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Outside McDaniels. The kick out to Conley. Back to Daniels. For 3. Counted from distance.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Conley finds Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Conley. Pass to Edwards. Here's Gobert. Now here's Towns. Stolen by Jackson. 1:43 left in the 4th. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Brooks against Edwards. Now here's Conley. He's covered closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Adams.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Good, and the setup by Morant. And now it's just a 4-point Minnesota lead.
Calm, cool, collected under pressure. Steven Adams, no problem.
Towns for 3. The kick out to Edwards. Stolen by Jackson. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Count it! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Conley against Morant. Right side Conley. Here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Oh, Brooks with the steal.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
Oh, he's putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Conley passes to Gobert. Yeah!
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
Morant with it. There's the drive. Count it!
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
And Minnesota calls time here. Here's Edwards. Oh, it's off the mark. Here we go to overtime. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the center position. Pass to Morant. Shot clock at 6. To take the lead. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Brooks against Edwards. Gobert passes to Towns. The kick out to Conley. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Here's Conley. Pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Outside Morant. No good that time. McDaniels with some nice D. Minnesota in the lead. Inside. The kick out to Conley. Back to Gobert. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Four on the clock. Here's Conley. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, here's a guy with a great deal of experience in these situations. Mike Conley's team very confident with his chance to deliver at the foul line. Now, this guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Kicks it out to Jackson. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Edwards. On the table. Awesome! Hammers it home.
So nice.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
To the paint. Towns. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. And now it's an 8-point Minnesota lead. Back to Edwards. Inside, the kick out to Conley. Back to Gobert. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Here's Minnesota. Good momentum, 8 straight points. From deep, Conley. Adams grabs the miss. So it's the Grizzlies now. And Morant with the basket on the assist by Adams. Morant's got 30 points.
One of the faster players in the league, end to end. I mean, few people can run with Morant.
Bane finds Adams. It falls!
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Stolen by Jackson. Three-pointer, Brooks. And he sinks it. And that one brings him within one.
And that nice steal was able to get their break going in a hurry.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the top.
Anthony Edwards has all the skill and attributes to be one of the best in the league. But these are the moments, if you're going to be in that company, you've got to make foul shots.
And the Grizzlies call time here. They're trailing by 2. 1 second left in overtime. All right, guys, what's your take?
And this comes down to whether they want to go for a 3 to win or send it to overtime with a 2. Either way, it's got to happen off this inbound pass.
And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. They escape with...
I smack clowns with mad style.
Up tonight, Greg, both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard. Stolen by George.
How about the energy and activity on that play? Great steal.
The shot's good from Plumlee.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Conley against Westbrook. Passes it to Edwards. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. And he's good on the three ball.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And it's Conley penetrating. And again, Minnesota will turn it over.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless. But they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
Outside, George from downtown. It's hauled in by Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Now let's find out what head coach Chris Finch had to say to David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, I asked him, what are some of your main concerns? And he said, we're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the outside. So it's essential that we don't give them open looks from deep, or we'll be in trouble. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. And it's Leonard missing.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And the West, we know, is very difficult. But, Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
Conley with a wide-open look, and no good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Leonard dishes to Plumlee.
Oh. Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
Towns in the corner. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Plumlee with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
Good on the second free throw. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Be careful when Westbrook is knocking down those consistently. Watch out, because that means there's nothing he can't do.
And thinking back to that 2017 MVP season for Russell Westbrook, Steve, you know, he averaged a triple-double.
Kevin, what's incredible to me, Russ did it 3 straight years with OKC. Then again with the Wizards. Westbrook's numbers are out of this world. Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Now here is Conley. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Plumlee with the steal. And now Covington running the floor all by himself. Good on the bucket. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Clippers?
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Here's Towns. Gobert with a wide open look. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Looking to expand his game. Love seeing Gobert rise up with confidence off the catch.
Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
Right side, Edwards. No good on the three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
A pass that long had better be on target. Otherwise, it's impossible to make a play.
Conley surveying the D. Outside, Edwards. Lets it go with a three. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 13-5 run. And here's Leonard from three. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Towns, no luck. Outside Westbrook. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers ahead, up by 7. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Westbrook. Zubac kicks to Westbrook. Gobert with the block.
The wingspan of Gobert is huge, and he uses it so well to deny shooters.
Westbrook against Edwards. Off target from outside. Clippers leading by 7. Pass to Leonard. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Over Conley, and that misses everything. Towns down low, defended by Covington. Yep, it counts. Towns has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Timberwolves trail by 5. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. And this league has plenty of guys who can take over a game at any time. But, Steve, how fun is it to have a team with multiple threats and on any given night?
Well, it's really, Kevin, unfair because you have two guys that can get it going. And for the defense and the other team, that is hard to contend with.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. There's a screen. Pass to Reed. From the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Highland. Jacks up a 3. And here is Powell over Prince. It's hauled in by Noel.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Prince misses. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Highland. The pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Anderson against Morris. Here's Reed. Good work defensively by Morris.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
You know, every team is looking for guys like Norman Powell, an explosive athlete who is relentless, and he can shoot the ball.
Smitty, you can tell Norman Powell has worked very hard in his game.
You know, he just wants to excel at whatever assignment he's given. Kevin, he once said, I've been in every single role on a team, from bench guy to starter, so he knows how to give you value anywhere on the floor.
Gordon, the pass to Zubac. And the layup's good off the glass. Zubac has got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Prince. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That one goes. Count it.
Playing with good instincts. Nikhil making those around him better.
Gordon outside. That one, no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Henderson. Rebound by the Clippers.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 9. They're back within single digits after that one from Alexander Walker. There's Gordon with the 3. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Morris outside. That shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 11. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. There's 21 seconds left now here in the second. Noel passes to Reed, and that one is hammered home.
I'll tell you, at his size, once he gets it in there, it's over.
Here's Highland. Takes the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Highland's got 6 here in this quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. And so it's Los Angeles. Up by okay, David, much appreciated.
29, the Timberwolves. 17.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Plumlee, and it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. So it's the Timberwolves now, after Paul George getting his 3 to go.
Smooth through the lane. Nikhil Alexander Walker making his presence felt.
The 3 from George. And then George with the jam.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Pass to Noel. Timberwolves passing it around. Pass to Anderson. 5 on the clock. Here's Prince. It's hauled in by George. Los Angeles leading by 15. Here's Leonard driving to the basket. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
On his drives, Kawhi can be just devastating, completely overwhelming the D.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the Claw is.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
And here are the Clippers now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Here's Leonard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And it's 8 points for Leonard.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Here's Alexander Walker. He has 5. Out to the right wing. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Some changes for Minnesota. Here now the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run. Westbrook passes to George. And it's George finishing it off.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Conley's shot is off. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Westbrook surveying the D. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And Gobert throws it down.
Rudy's showing us what you get when you put size and creativity together.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly. He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
And here's George for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Edwards, and Covington sends it back.
Robert Covington doing big man things tonight.
He dishes it to Westbrook. Beyond the arc. Puts up a 3. Covington's shot is off. Timberwolves have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8. They get it back. Back to Conley. Towns, a screen on Leonard. Outside, Towns. 6 to shoot. To the wing right side. Here's McDaniels. Misses the 3. Los Angeles leading by 23. Leonard with the ball. Conley picks him up. Leonard, no luck. Minnesota's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Towns for 3. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
3-point.
Conley's got 3 assists in the game. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Clippers have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great 3rd quarter for them offensively. Pass to Morris. Kicks it out to Gordon. Morris, left side. For the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Clippers. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1. Now McDaniels following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. For 3, Edwards. Here's Towns. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. Clippers leading by 16. The 3 from George. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. George has got 5 assists in the game. Here's Towns.
Oh, did you see that?
And really one of the more mobile bigs in our league. You simply have to account for Towns on the drive.
CLA's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. And it's George missing.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
McDaniels in the post. Covington's there. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off target from three-point range. The pass to Leonard. From deep. Knocks it loose. Plumlee. Outside. George. Stolen by McDaniels. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that one's good. George.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And once you get the height advantage from there, no need to mess around.
Westbrook with a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 17. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
A knockdown threat from deep. Covington hasn't seen a three he doesn't like.
And it's Conley penetrating. And that one's good. Towns has got 12 points here in the second half.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Westbrook against Conley. Out to Edwards. Takes a three, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns.
Yeah, couldn't quite hang on to it. They're not in a position now where they can afford to be giving it away like that.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Down by 15.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Paul George.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Conley, the pass to Towns. Minnesota again turning it over. Clippers leading by 18. Left side, Westbrook. Covington wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And here's Edwards after the three-pointer from Robert Covington. Edwards dishes to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. To halt the run, the kick out to Towns. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And it's George finishing it off.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And so here are the Clippers. launches a three off the mark. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it.
I smack clowns with mad style.
hoping to put on a show for their home fans tonight. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5, down low.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
From deep, Morant. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. Leonard with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Shot by Leonard, no good. Outside Morant. Morant missing again. Right side Covington. George outside. Here's Leonard. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Count on Leonard to not get held back by the contact. He goes right through it to get his shot off.
Morant against Leonard. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Westbrook outside. Leonard passes to George. Two shots, two makes. Off to a good start.
He can do damage from just about anywhere on the floor. When you let George get position inside like that, he's guaranteed to finish.
Now here's Morant. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Pass to Zubac. Now here's Leonard, hounded by Morant. For 3, Covington, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
A volume three-point shooter. Now, Covington understands this team depends on his ability to space the floor.
And here's Morant outside. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And that one's good. Covington.
Yeah, I love seeing Covington make fast decisions, wasting no time firing off the catch.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Morant. From outside the arc. Morant missing again. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard left side. Over Morant. No luck on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Outside Bain. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Adams. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
George against Bain. George passes to Leonard. Up and over Brooks. Shot by Leonard, no good.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
George, no good. Memphis has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Outside Morant, the 3. Kicks it out to Jackson. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Westbrook finds George. And George with the jam.
And if the defense leaves a man open, Westbrook will find him. Russell's floor awareness helps him rack up the assist.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brooks outside. And he lobs it up Up top. 5 to shoot. And it's the Clippers on the break. Unloads from 13. And it's Westbrook that time on the assist by Leonard.
Just good awareness from Leonard there. Feeding a wide open guy instead of forcing his own shot.
The 3 from Bane. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers. Granted, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
On the court for Memphis, they've got Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's John Conchar, and it's Jones in at the point guard position. Gordon can't hit. Memphis trailing here. Clark outside. Here's Conchar. Leonard defending. Kicks it out to Clark. Outside Jones. From downtown, he drops it from range. Jones has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Westbrook against Bane. It's Covington on the wing. They get it back. Gordon on the wing. Here's Leonard. Pass to Covington. Puts up a 3. And it's Bane with the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Fires for 3. The shot comes out, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Leonard, tightly guarded, and he drops it in from the low post. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Athletic play by Leonard in the paint, not letting anything hold him back from his shot.
And again, Memphis no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
When we evaluate players, one thing that gets overlooked, age. Take Jaren Jackson Jr. He was only 18 when he got drafted in 2018.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. For the Clippers, Morris, he's checked in for Covington. Norm Powell comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Highland in for Russell Westbrook. Now Morant. And the layup is good. Morant's got 5. You know, for Triple J, it took time to develop. Year 4 with Memphis was a special one, Richard.
Jackson unlocked his defensive potential amongst the best shot blockers in the entire league. You have to give those young guys time before making a true judgment.
Here's Highland. Morris for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Powell against Morant. Shoots over Powell. And it's Morant missing. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Here's Highland. Pass to Gordon. Here's Plumlee. And the layup is good off the glass.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Aldama, no good. And here are the Clippers now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Here's Highland, hounded by Morant. Highland misses. For Memphis, they've gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Tries to break his ice. And then Morant with the dunk.
Showing off that vert. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. Down low. Pass to Highland. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Here's Morant. Around the back and lays it in. Nice. Morant's got 6 here in the quarter.
Closer in. Look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
Pass to Plumlee. And there it is for him. Plumlee's got 6 points.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Now here's Morant. 9 points in the game. Kennard, 3-pointer off the mark. Here's Gordon. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Brandon Clark.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Both free throws good from Gordon. 9 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Right side Morant. Here's Aldama. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Thanks very much, Allie. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And for the Clippers, they're shooting an efficient 64%. Excellent. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. First free throw is good.
Shooting from Memphis.
Both good from the line that time.
Since entering the league in 2015, Tyus Jones has proven to be as reliable as it gets. A multi-talented guard who plays to his strengths. Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard.
Ball to Memphis.
Leonard against Jones. Jacks up a 3.
The defensive versatility Covington provides is huge. He's able to guard multiple positions with his length and speed.
And what you appreciate about Jones is how under control he is, Richard. He's never in a rush.
It's what allows the game to come so naturally to him. He's skilled at keeping things very simple. Solid at setting the pace for himself and his squad.
Here's Jones. Softly drops in the floater. Jones has got 5 points.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
And George with the jam.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
On the wing, Jones. Leonard defending. Outside for Brooks. He takes it in. Got a hand on it. Leonard against Brooks. Leonard passes to Covington. That shot off the mark. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Adams against Westbrook. Back to Brooks. From deep. Connects from downtown. He's got 5.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Westbrook against Jones. Jackson right side with the fadeaway. That one goes in.
Nice play by Jackson Jr. Just taking what the defense gives you.
Timeout called, the Clippers. And the Clippers have possession. At one point, they led by 16. There's a screen. Here's Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
You can't give Westbrook a lane like this. You're just asking to get dunked on when you do.
Jones, the pass to Adams. Adams double team. 6 to shoot. Outside Bain. Fires the three. Rebound by the Clippers. Covington's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Covington, a screen on Jones. It's Covington on the wing. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Morant's checked in. For Memphis, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third.
2 minutes.
Pass to Brooks. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. Brooks has got 8.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
Zubac with a screen on Jackson. For 3, Covington. Leonard passes to George. Kicks it out to Westbrook. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
And it's big whenever Russ connects from deep. Needs to keep working on developing this shot.
Hey, Richard, how about Westbrook's basketball IQ?
By far one of the smartest players in the game. How else would he have broken the triple-double record? He sees everything. His sense of the floor is elite. No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
The hands of Kawhi are huge, and they help him palm the ball, slam it with ease.
Brooks outside. 41 seconds left to play in the third quarter, and he gets that one.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Here's George. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Plumlee's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Covington. Powell, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Highland in for Westbrook. Here's Morant. Uses the glass on the layup. Morant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris, a screen on Bain. The kick out to Morris. Powell against Brooks. Morris for 3. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. Here's Jackson. Misses from close range. And so it's Los Angeles in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Memphis, Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the 3. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Los Angeles. Here's Highland, pounded by Morant. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul, and it's a completely new group for the Clippers.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Westbrook. George outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant with it. Brooks outside. Pass to Jackson. Back to Brooks. Outside for Morant. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
George passes to Leonard. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Clippers lead by 9.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. 4-3. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Stolen by Bane. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Pass to Jackson from deep. And they'll get another chance. From the arc. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now. Morant against Westbrook. Now here's Covington. And the jam by Covington.
The vertical of Covington paying dividends. Fantastic job leaping up to slam it down.
And here's Morant. There's the three. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pulls it. And it's Bane with the rebound.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Russell Westbrook. First personal foul. Second team foul. 2 minutes remaining in the game.
Morant finds Bane. Denied by Leonard.
Dominant defense from Leonard, making a big effort to get his hand on the shot and swat it down.
.156 left in the final quarter. George passes to Westbrook. It's Covington on the wing. Leonard for 3. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Amazing that catch-and-shoot jumpers were considered a weak spot for Kawhi when he came into the league. No one thinks that way anymore.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Just a big night for George so far. He always works so hard, but his game has been on a higher level here in this game.
Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
And stolen by Morant. Bane against Westbrook. Bane, the pass to Brooks. 55 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
Now here's George. No good there. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
Count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
That is just absolutely ridiculous. Look, we talk about Durant having that it factor, and then he makes the biggest play of the night.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Leonard. Oh, Brooks with the steal.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2.
Yeah, this is a tough moment, even for George. But it's a chance to show us he's got ice in his veins.
And those were some big-time shots. Those free throws helping make this a 3-point game.
Timeout called. Memphis. They trail by 3. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Your thoughts, guys?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point. So I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
From deep three-point range, off target. So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close one. Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
I smack clowns with mad style.
first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at point guard.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with. And that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Morant with a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot.
And no question, Morant has the range. Now he's working on the consistency, but the shot looks good.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Adams, some nice D. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Minnesota with the ball. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. He told me defensively they have to stop dribble penetration, challenge the lobs at the basket, and generally make it difficult to get to the front of the rim. They don't want this to turn into a dunk fest because that will not end in their favor. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. And there's the pass to Jackson. Goes back up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And this is where Jackson feasts. And at times, he's just too overwhelming for the D, which results in the foul.
And so Jackson nails both of them. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The kick out to Towns. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Towns has got 5.
You know, Karl Anthony Towns is a dangerous shooter from the perimeter, and it's this excellent shot selection that helps him be so efficient from there.
Now, here's Bain. And it's Morant missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
McDaniels dishes to Conley. Pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And all of that size rolling there after that screen. Gobert moves now with such confidence when in the pick and roll.
Now here's Brooks. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, hits the three-point bomb.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Conley gets the bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. And it's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Now here's Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss. 1:32 left to play here in the first. Here's Edwards. It is now to Conley. Back to Edwards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Good on both. Here's Morant. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. Lays it up and banks it in. Morant's got 5 points so far. Edwards against Bain. Fires the three. Shot by McDaniels. No good. Memphis trailing here. And that one's good. Brooks has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And you have to like how active Brooks is on the floor. Working hard to be where his team needs him on that break.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Now here's Morant. He's got 5.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Morant. He's got 7. Now here's Bain. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, that's an extremely hard shot to defend if Edwards can master the pull-up. Watch out now. It would be a real weapon for him.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart play.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Jones. Clark is out there with Jackson. Then there's Desmond Bain. And it's Conchar in at the small forward position. Gobert with a screen on Jones. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And Gobert is so well set up there. All he's got to do is elevate above the D and take that one home.
Outside, Jones. Clark outside. Pass to Bain. Over Conley. And a great move by Bain. Bain's got his first bucket in this one.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Conley kicks to McDaniel. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
Edwards passes to Gobert. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him. High post try. Reed with the block. They get it back. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Clark. Count it. Good.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent 3-ball shooter.
Hits it from 3-point range.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Outside, Jones. Passes it to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Puts one up from 19. They get it again. In the corner, it's Bain. There's the triple. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bain. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Aldama's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Bain. Timberwolves leading by 6. Noel passes to Reed. Fouled in the act of shooting. And it looks like, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is...
The previous play is under review.
Everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now Jones, he's still scoreless so far in this one. The pass to Aldama. 5 to shoot. Fades. Here's Clark. Reed with the block. Prince outside. Pass to Reed. To the left wing. A 3. Anderson finds Reed. Pass to Aldama. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
And the layup falls.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Alexander Walker passes to Anderson. Here's Alexander Walker. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. Brooks checked in for Memphis. Here's Noel. Defended by Jones. Passes to Noel. Oh, good with the triple.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Jones, the pass to Aldama. It's hauled in by Noel. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Prince misses. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Brooks with it. 6 points for him. 3-pointer. The rebound by Anderson. Here's Alexander Walker. Another miss by Minnesota. And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And he trains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And we are not.
The previous play is under review.
Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game. And
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Officials on the floor. And the new process is...
Thank you, David. And we'll be...
That's the end of the first half with the score.
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a quick one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Torian Prince is out there with Anderson. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Noel in at the 1. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
Alexander Walker passes to Prince for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Prince has got 6 points.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Here's Morant. Here's Adams. It's hauled in by Noel. Timberwolves leading by 5. Prince with it. Now defended by Adams. He takes it in.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Outside for Jackson. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Alexander Walker passes to Anderson. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Bain. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Morant dishes to Adams. Memphis moving that ball around. And here's Morant. He's got 9. It's off target. He's 4 of 9 from the field. Noel passes to Alexander Walker. Hits the jumper in space. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned him into a powerhouse.
Noel passes to Prince. Anderson with the screen for Prince. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
You know, when he was coming out of college, this is exactly what scouts thought Prince would be. A strong 3-and-D wing who plays with a lot of effort.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Minnesota.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And he's got the smarts to take advantage of the shaky defense. Conley's been around the block a few times.
And the second free throw, good. The Grizzlies trail by 11. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second foul of the game. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Brooks outside.
2 minutes.
Oh, good on the triple. It's Gobert with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Brooks with the bucket.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Morant against Conley. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Nice shot by Brooks.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Over in the corner, McDaniels, stolen by Brooks. Morant outside. Adams in the high post. Gobert on him. Adams sets the pick for Bain. Adams down low. Defended by Gobert. To the inside. Morant. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And relentless in his attack, Morant is wearing down the defense, putting up some huge numbers here tonight. And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Conley. Wants to get it to Edwards, and does. Now the pass to McDaniels. Clock at 6. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Here's Gobert.
And shooting against Adams, very challenging. He's an assertive defender who won't back off.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
All right, everybody. Time to get on your feet and make some noise. Fans, give a round of applause for your Timberwolves dancer.
The 3 from Morant. The shot, no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with their lead step. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skill.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. And at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5. Morant outside. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
That one falls.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Edwards kicks to Towns. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
It's Morant with the drive. And Morant throws it down.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Memphis. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside Jackson lets it go from deep. No good on that one. Timberwolves leading by 7. Right side, Edwards. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Memphis on defense. Now here's Conley. Pass to Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to Edwards. Fires for 3.
And a clever defender. I like seeing Brooks be that pest on this end and just disrupt it.
Gobert finds McDaniels. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks.
Already embracing his role as a leader on this team. Morant brings a strong work ethic and winning mentality to this team. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. Here's Bane. Basket counts.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
We've got 1:55 left in the game. And here's Conley outside. The shot misses.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. With maybe a step out of his range.
Here's Edwards with the drive, and Edwards with the stop.
We've got liftoff here, folks. Once Edwards sprints past the defense, it is an absolute wrap.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Timberwolves passing it around, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Grizzlies trail by 12. Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
And just so dynamic at that lead guard position. Morant there just stuffs it.
Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Buries it from three-point range. McDaniels got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they built a lead that simply can't be overcome at this point. So it would be a nice dub
for the Timberwolves.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
And here's Conley outside. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. And here are the Grizzlies now, down by 15. And that one's good, Morant.
And you can see the confidence Morant possesses. He's fine testing his luck with the quick pull-up, Jay.
Here's McDaniels. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. From past the arc, Bane, no good. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's the three. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy.
I smack clowns with mad style.
to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Mason Plumlee out there with Robert Covington. And it's Westbrook in at the one. Now here's Edwards.
Timberwolves foul. Anthony Edwards. First personal foul.
And so here are the Clippers. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Lets it go from deep. Here's Covington. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Good to see Covington get in there and challenge the defense.
Gobert with a screen on Westbrook. From deep, Conley. And it's stolen by Plumlee. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's George. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brent.
Yeah, B.A., with all of that experience, he's able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
George's shot is off. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Edwards, a pass to Conley. Lets the three fly. They get it back. Back to Edwards. Another shot. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
This is who Towns is. An unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
George against McDaniels. From the high post. And that one's long.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
It's stolen by Leonard. And it's the Clippers on the break. McDaniels with the rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And it's stolen by Plumlee. Westbrook right side. Pass to Leonard. And here's George. Covington, a screen on Edwards. George passes to Covington. Clock at 6. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
From deep, Conley. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. McDaniels finds Edwards. That's tipped. Gobert on the high post. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside.
Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building, and it just looks incredible.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Gobert. The kick out to Conley. The three is up. Goes up again. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Paul George.
And the Stifle Tower makes his presence felt on the offensive end. He's really developed an array of moves on the interior.
Amen. And the Clippers felt they needed to build their own arena to establish some identity.
Yeah, no doubt about it that they could be their own franchise away from the shared building with the Lakers. And for so long in LA, they've been treated as sort of a second-rate team, and that just shouldn't happen. So having their own arena, that's moving them well into the right direction.
The Timberwolves trail. Conley passes to Gobert. The kick out to Conley. Three-pointer. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one.
Well, Conley can be a volume scorer from the arc. The defense can't let him just have those opportunities.
For three, Covington. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Edwards. That shot is off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. George finds Westbrook. Rebound Minnesota. 19 seconds left now in the first quarter. For three, Conley. The offensive rebound. Gobert, no good. George outside. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. George for three. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And you oftentimes hear about players at peace with their game. Well, that is Eric Gordon, a knockdown shooter with physicality. Plenty of room for that in today's NBA.
And the Clippers have possession after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Zubac finds Powell. Pass to Highland. 5 on the clock. Up and over Conley. Highland misses. And Gordon, the 7th pick back in 2008 grant. Never quite an all-star, but he's been an impact player at times in his career.
Well, you know, B.A., I mean, he's been a key contributor to some quality teams. And when a shot gets going, you can be in trouble.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Conley passes to Edwards. Here's Towns. To the left wing. Left side, Conley. Tries again. Great D that time from Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Pass to Highland. The 3 ball. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
A remarkable defensive play. The replay showing once again the tenacity on that end.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
And the basket by Towns.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Minnesota in the lead. Conley with the ball. He's picked up by Zubac. The kick out to Conley. This one for 3. Doesn't go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves. Recording their 2nd winning season since 2005. Getting on track for future success.
Morris for 3. Edwards pulls it in. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Towns. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles. Building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Now here's Gordon. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Powell's shot is off. The Timberwolves have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And Powell slams it home.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. The Clippers have gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
And the burst from Russell Westbrook paying off that time. That's an impossible play for the primary defender to stop.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
We've got 1:48 left in the second. George outside. To the middle. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Well, bouncy in the pick and roll. Plumlee is a high percentage finisher in that kind of situation.
To the inside. Fades away. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. The Clippers trail. Here's George. Out to Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And Kawhi rising up and bringing that one down.
The Timberwolves have got 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Pass to Prince. The 3. Nails it from 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 2. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Rise up and flush it, big man. If he wanted to, he could have ripped the rim off the backboard on that one.
Nice shot by George.
Paul George spotted up, spacing the floor, and cashes in.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Pass to Prince. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's George. He's got 5. And the jam by George.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And I think it's time to put multiple bodies on it.
First personal foul.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
George finds Westbrook. For 3, Covington. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen. But the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Timberwolves ahead, up 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Get loud for the Jabberwockies.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. How about Robert Covington displaying all his skills today?
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So, on the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac, and it's Westbrook in at the point.
Well, Covington has that long arm athletic ability to get in there and mix it up.
Zubac with the steal. Leonard on the wing. Anderson pulls it down. The Timberwolves shooting 41% in this game. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brett.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
Zubac with the steal. Here's Covington. And again, no good by the Clippers. Pass to Alexander Walker. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. George passes to Covington. This for the tie! And they get it back. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Alexander Walker. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Timeout called, the Clippers. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Gordon's checked in. The Clippers shooting at about 34% here in this game. And finished off by Westbrook.
And Westbrook providing some emotional spark with that jam.
Outside Edwards. Fires from deep. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
But he's just fearless and unafraid to go up into the traffic of the defense. Westbrook takes it right to the bucket and a well-deserved trip to the line.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Brent at the center position. It does feel like we're seeing a re-emergence of the big man, the traditional 5.
Yeah, BA, I think it comes down to whether or not you have one or not. I mean, there are teams that just don't have the bruising big that can go down into the post and dominate possessions to slow things down and get to the paint. Other teams are electing to want to play faster and with more skill. So it comes down to how a team wants to set their roster up as to whether or not the traditional 5 is part of your action.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Gobert with a screen on Gordon. Pass to McDaniels. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Westbrook outside. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Morris outside. The 3 is up. Westbrook against Conley. Westbrook, the pass to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. An easy 2 on the layup. Gordon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Even though Eric Gordon went in amongst the bigger guys on the floor, he's able to remain calm and get 2.
Here's Gobert. Offensive rebound. Pass to Conley. Here's Edwards. Outside Conley. Jacks up a 3. That one doesn't drop. And Los Angeles the other way now. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. Leonard double team. From about 16, Gordon can't hit. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Inside. The kick out to Edwards. Towns against Leonard. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. And Leonard, here we go. Yep, that one goes.
And Russell right now playing heads up, looking for guys.
Leonard against McDaniels. And there's the foul. It's on Ivica Zubac. That's his first foul. And Minnesota has possession. The basket, the bump, and the foul. What a play.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
He got it off in time. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Minnesota with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. The Clippers trail. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Gets the 3-ball to go.
Ooh, that three-pointer right there hurts. The former Indiana Hoosier really can bury those threes in bunches.
Outside McDaniels. The 3. It's rebounded by Morris.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Out to the right wing. Zubats with a screen on Towns. Back to Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Gordon with a steal. Here's Highland. He's guarded by Conley. Pass to Zubats. Out to Gordon. Morris on the wing. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
The defensive chops of Towns, able to use his length and timing to stifle shooters.
Deflects the pass. Morris outside. Here's Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gordon's got 10 points here in the second half.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
And Eric Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Plumlee's checked in for Zubats. Covington comes in for Morris. Leonard's checked in for Powell. And it's George in for Gordon. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Pass to Leonard. Fades and shoots. And again, it's the Clippers.
Quick rise and quick fire from the mid-range. This is automatic stuff from Kawhi Leonard.
Outside McDaniels. Out to the wing. Towns got room. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Pass to Leonard. Kicks it to George. 6 on the shot clock. And Leonard throws it down hard.
I mean, this is a battle-tested young player. Leonard's willing to put the team on his back when they really need a bucket.
Conley. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Here's the floater. And that one drops for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
McDaniels finds Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Gotta give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
George for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Edwards got his 4th rebound in this one. To the left side wing. Outside Conley. All sorts of time. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And now it's a 6-point Minnesota lead. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 6. 1:20 left to play in the fourth. And the Clippers making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He wants them to up their intensity. He said, quote, "We're lax in too many areas. If we can muster a consistent effort, we have a chance to capture the lead and never look back." Guys, he sounds very confident playing from behind.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Leonard against Edwards. The fader. Shot by Leonard, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Here's Towns. Again, the Timberwolves score.
A former #1 pick. Towns is unstoppable when he's on. A polished offensive talent with great size. Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Leonard for 3. Cash. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless.
Oh, wow! What a play! Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
The 3, Conley. And the three-pointer goes.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Outside Edwards. Outside McDaniels. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Pass to Towns. 4-3 and out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And so it's Minnesota with... All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Clowns with mad style.